that numbers with what? Two factors are called what?
Education is the bedrock of all superpower economies across the world, and at the core of educational processes is information and communication technology, ICT. Developed countries like USA, France, Britain, and Japan, among many others, with majority elite citizenry, rely heavily on ICT to maintain their status quo. At the heart of education are information and communication. The role of ICT as a catalyst to total education and development of the people therefore cannot be overemphasized. Ghana is touted as one of the countries with the best education in Africa, but in recent times, there is growing worry due to falling standards, especially at the basic level. According to Basic Education Certificate examination results, for the past 5 years, more than half of those who sat for the exams could not pass to senior high school level, with the worst performing regions being the most poverty endemic, namely Upper East, Upper West, and Northern. Government and non-government individuals and organizations' interventions, even with ICT tools, are yet to achieve full effect due to many factors, including inadequate infrastructure and skills by schools, instructors, and administrators.
If we look at government's policy on ICT for development, which the Ghana Education Service has taken up and has directed that ICT be taught in all schools, we realize that there were some few challenges in most of our schools as regards ICT in the metropolis.
It is to help in addressing this challenging phenomenon that Connect for Change Education Ghana Alliance, a coalition of non-governmental organizations, initiated a project called Integration of ICT into Education. The coalition members are IBIS Ghana, Women and Development Projects or WADEP, Presby Education Unit, Producer Enterprises Promotion Center or PEPC, Ghana Information Network for Knowledge Sharing or GINKS, and Savanna Signatures, which is the lead NGO coordinating the project.
We started initially with 3 schools, then we added 2 more schools with funding from the Connect for Change Consortium. Connect for Change Consortium is a Dutch-based consortium made up of IICD, the International Institute for Communication Development, Educans Foundation, Text to Change, and ACFO. So now they provided the initial funding, but sometime in 2014 we got additional funding and we scaled the schools from 5 to 15 schools.
In all, a total of 65 schools in Northern, Upper West and Volta regions are benefiting from the project, and the expectation of the Alliance that the shift from conventional way of teaching to a technological approach using ICT tools translates into better performance of students is already yielding results.
It is a 3-pronged approach of mainstreaming ICTs into education. So we are basically looking at provision of ICT infrastructure to schools, to training head teachers to be able to use ICT tools to gather and manage school-based data, and then the third approach is building the capacity of teachers to be able to use technology, ICT tools in general, to prepare, to design, and to deliver their lessons in the classroom. So this is really what the integration of ICT in education project is all about.
WADEP is an NGO operating here in Nkwanta, covering Nkwanta North and South districts. Currently, about the project we are working on, 5 schools have been chosen as pilot schools. The objective of the project is to enhance quality teaching and learning in these schools by providing capacity building, and also the infrastructure, and to make sure the teachers use the skills acquired to teach in class.
And the president's initiative and even supplying schools with laptops, this laptop a child program. Government has supplied many of our schools with these laptops, but having the laptops in itself does not solve the problem. The children and the teachers should be able to use them, but we had a challenge of getting the right caliber of teachers. It was when Savanna Signature started teaching the teachers how to use the computer, how to deliver using the computer. You see, instead of always being on the using the chalkboard and the chalk, now they are using the computers. Some of them are using the computers. Savannah Signatures has given some of our schools projectors. So use the computer, project it, and then the children will see and know what the real thing in life, rather than just thinking in abstract terms, a computer is this, a computer is that.
Now, basically, each school has, we provide a minimum of an 11-seater computer laboratory that we provide to each school, and these are made up of brand new computers. The schools in turn provide a space for us to set up the computer labs, and then also they change the boards, the blackboards in their classrooms from the blackboards to the whiteboards, so we can easily project the lessons, you know, for the students to see.
Sometimes when you want to say something, you want to tell your head teacher about something, you need to write letter.
I've been teaching in this school for about 3 years now. At first, when I came during the first year, teaching was not so attractive to me because of the blackboard. You had to use chalk, and at the end of the day, you finish teaching and then you look all dirty. But we are blessed now to have the marker board. Previously, I had a little knowledge on ICT. I didn't know much. When we were in college, we were taking through a lot of theory and little practical. After I started teaching and I've been taking through this program, I'm now conversant, and teaching, it has made teaching very easy for me because I can go on the internet, browse, get my research, my topics, whatever I'm looking for, instead of looking for books running here and there and all that. And then I now know a lot about PowerPoints. I can use PowerPoint in my lesson delivery, which make everything very easy because I tap things already. It's not that I'm not coming to start writing on the board. So in this case also, it saves time.
The ICT is very important because last time we have our exam papers ready, people were about writing and going through, then I realized that one diagram was missing in the questions, so they drew my attention. I couldn't draw very well. I had no options to, so the best thing I did was get a tablet, type that instrument, and then pass it around for all of them to see the instruments, and then they answer the questions for me. And with that particular question, I think they also did very well. About 70% were able to give me the correct answer. So I was suspecting even if it had been the drawing, they could have chosen a different answer because it was not in color. But with the tablet, what was on the tablet is in color, and every part was showing. It helps and ease teaching and learning. Most especially we the teachers who may say we don't like preparing TLMs or we don't know how to draw. If you just get one of these things with the projector and then you get a picture and a diagram, then with little explanation, students pick up easily.
Finding the TLMs to teach the children, it has been difficult. Sometimes you have to go around the bushes when you are teaching science, for instance, looking for these flowers, roots, and other things. It has been difficult. And some of the teachers, we don't go. So with the ICT program, it has been helpful. When we go to the internet, we just surface the internet and then get the TLMs we need. And then we use it to present the lesson on a projector for them. And then I think with that, it has helped us a lot.
When we started teaching ICT here, it was just everything was teacher-based. You have to strive to make sure that the children understand what you are saying. And to make them understand, it wasn't easy because there were no computers to show to them, this is what I want you to see. So it was difficult. So until there was an intervention from Savannah Signature who came in, and then somewhere we had all of these computers, and teaching ICT became so easy. And even to the children, I think that's where the interest is. That is where I am most happy about.
Sometimes when we don't have the computers, they only when they are going to teach us ICT about the parts of the computer, sometimes the teacher will have to draw it on the board So then he will tell us that this is the part of the computer that they call monitor. But now that we have the computers, when we are going to have a ICT lesson, we just go inside the computer laboratory and the teacher will teach us.
It has improved our learning because when we see the computers, we become happy. So if the teachers are teaching, we understand a lot because we are using the computers.
Even in the science sector, sometimes the teachers have been browsing for us, like when we have any lesson and we don't understand, they have been sending the laptops to the classrooms, teaching us something and then browsing for us. Like example, like when we were learning the digestive system, they taught us how the digestive system moves, but in the book we can't know it. But when they brought the laptop to the class and they browsed, we were able to know how it works.
I'm a teacher in Solar District, and I'm using Microsoft Excel to record my continuous assessment of my pupils. And I use it to prepare my lesson notes too.
Now, our directorate also benefited a lot from Savannah signatures. All the management staff in the metropolis were taken through. We went there in badges, we learned, and as I speak to you, even though I'm about retiring, I think I'm computer literate. I can handle anything. I can use the computer. I can surf the internet. And this is the result of what Savannah signature did for us in the metropolis.
It's also affecting academic performance. When we check the recent BEC performance, the schools that we are working in have performed better than the schools that are not part of this project.
At the beginning, our performance was very low. I registered 115 students and only 18 qualified for senior high. That was 2010-2011. And 2013-2014 academic year, the performance rose up to 58 students out of 79 I registered.
In fact, they didn't even stop there. We were insisting that if teachers went through this ICT technology, they will in turn try to even write their lesson notes, prepare their lesson notes, their schemes of work using the computer. So there was this challenge of circuit supervisors having to inspect the lesson notes of teachers. So we discussed this with Savannah signatures. They readily accepted to train all our circuit supervisors. So all the 14 circuit supervisors in the metropolis were taken through the computer, and they are all now computer literate. So if schools now develop their lesson plans using the computer, I think it will be easy for our circuit supervisors to assess what they have done and even know whether they are doing the right things or not.
And for the circuit supervisors, we focus on basic ICT skills and how to use Microsoft Excel to gather data, analyze it, and interpret it.
In fact, I'm a beneficiary of the ICT training workshops. So far, 2 has been held, and it has actually boosted my competence in monitoring teachers who are now much interested in using ICT tools in even delivering their lessons.
Pepsi is one of the, or maybe the main project that is running this program in technical vocational institutions. The other project seems to be running them in the primary education. So I'm very happy about that, because that is where the skill is built, and that is where at least we hope that young men and women are getting employed by themselves or even employed by other people, and development can be enhanced in the country, especially for the northwestern part of this country, Ghana.
Under the project, Pepsi trains the teachers, and the teachers in turn goes into the classroom to teach the students what we have been doing in ICT. And since then,
there have been great change in the system as far as our training is concerned. Teachers have been able to access information in the internet using computers. They have been able to use the computer and the projector in the classroom. Instead of writing and cleaning and writing again, it is easy for them to even prepare their lesson notes within a shortest possible time so that they can use that to teach students and also prepare other material that will enhance their work.
The Connect for Change Education Ghana Alliance project has trained a total of 92 school administrators and 34 circuit supervisors on data management using ICT tools. Also, some 621 teachers have been trained in basic ICT and ICT pedagogy. As a result, the school administrators are already using the skills acquired to manage their school's data more effectively, and the teachers are able to use ICT tools like Microsoft Office, computers and projectors to prepare and deliver lessons to their students.
The head teachers, in fact, almost about 98% of them didn't know anything about computers, really. So we built their capacity on how to use basic Excel to gather and manage their school-based data, and of course the Word to do basic administrative letters and things like that. And this, we are very excited that now they have the capacity to do it, and they no longer even call on us, for support. And we are excited about this. Really, we are very much excited about it.
Now that we have joined this ICT program, we have our own computers. We have also managed to get at least a printer that is helping us. So our examination, we no longer print them outside. Our report cards, we do everything on our own computers. We have the soft copy down, we have the hard copy, and because of that now, it is easy to just access school information, whether it has to do with teachers or pupils. Right now, even our cumulative records for BECE, we are doing everything just computer-based. We have not asked whether government to provide us cumulative record books or the people's going to buy cumulative record books for us. No, we have prepared, we use the format and prepared everything on the computer and having everything about the children.
So when I came, the results were nothing to take home with, but with the support of the ICT, Savannah signatures have given to both the students and the teachers. This has brought a lot of light to us, and we can print our own questions. I do my own administrative work on ICT. I don't seek assistance. I don't send my items out for people to steal my secrets. I do everything on my own in the office here. If I want to do any administrative work, all these things I'm having here, I printed them from the printers, and then the computers, they donated to the school.
Now, we also do not work in isolation. We've had the partnership of the Ghana Education Service, particularly the support of the Regional Education Directorate and then the District Directorates of Tamale, Sanarugu and Savilugu, and they've been of immense support to us in ensuring that the teachers prepare their lessons and deliver the lessons using technology, and also monitoring the effective use of the computers and the other hardware that we provided the schools. Basically, the Alliance is aimed at coming together, sharing knowledge, sharing similar challenges and difficulties, and doing peer assist, plus most importantly also doing advocacy, because really there are some challenges that we foresaw when we were on the ground doing implementation, and so we needed to come together and to put our cards on the table and to see how we can forge together, work together as a team, and ensuring that our various targets that we set for ourselves are met.
Since its inception, the implementation of integration of ICT in education project by the Alliance has not been without challenges.
One critical challenge is the fact that the teachers themselves do not have their own hardware, computers. Because the labs that we set up, the labs are in the schools. But we challenge the teachers that because you needed to present the lesson in the classroom, you needed to prepare your lessons, but most of the teachers may not want to stay in the school after school hours to design, to prepare the lessons for the following day to present. Another challenge is accepting change, technological change. We have had some challenges because if we want the schools to embrace technology and to use technology to deliver the lessons in the classrooms and all of this, then our supervisors, our J.H.S authorities need to accept electronic copies of lesson notes, electronic copies of continuous assessment records. However, for some of the schools, this is still a challenge.
As a way of solving the problem of low interest of females in ICTs, the project has begun a laptop scheme targeted at female teachers. Through this scheme, female teachers are supported to acquire laptops which they use to facilitate their work in the classrooms. Beneficiaries have the chance to pick up brand new laptops from Savannah signatures at an affordable price and pay gradually over a period of 7 months.
So that's our way of bridging this particular challenge, but it's still a challenge because we can only provide just a few computers, but if we get other stakeholders coming on board, and supporting teachers to have their own hardware, have their own computers, then it makes it easier for them that in the comfort of their homes, they can easily design their lessons so that the following day they can come and present the lessons.
To ensure proper maintenance of the equipment even as the project comes to an end in 2015, the Alliance has trained some teachers on basic computer maintenance and troubleshooting.
Early in 2014, we started thinking about sustainability issues because the project is going to end in June 2015. So one of the issues that came up was, okay, so if the computers break down, how do they get it repaired and things like that. And we felt that was a genuine concern. So what we did was to organize a basic troubleshooting and maintenance workshop or training session for selected, at least from each school. There was one teacher that was selected to come for the training. And so the idea was that teacher will be the rallying point in our absence, so that when the computers break down, they need to be maintained, there's someone, a teacher in the school with the requisite skills to be able to provide the school with that kind of support. So we've done that also, and that we are hoping will lead to sustainability when we exit in 2015.
Personally, formerly I used to format my machine with people, and they do charge me. But now, after the program and then the training, I can now format my own machine, install programs I want, download things from net and install those that I need. And with that too, I've been able to teach or impact the lesson on the children with the use of projectors.
On our side, we have put certain things in place to as a sustainability drive when the project ends. So we've started a project which is registered as a limited liability project, and we are running sales of material to help the enterprises first of all, and that has generated some income to enable us also provide more services to either the enterprises or to the vocational schools if this project should wind up.
My appeal is that this program has been a very wonderful program because it has helped us a lot. So, and currently we are facing out. So we will liaise with the PTA executives and the SMC for the sustainability of the project. And I'm also appealing to the government, other NGOs to come to our aid, and other schools. There are other schools who also need this particular help that we had from Savannah signatures. So I think if such a program is being replicated in other schools, it will help to keep this failure that we are all getting that we don't want.
Ghana is party to important agreements such as the Millennium Development Goals, which commit the country to move rapidly towards universal basic education as an engine of social and economic growth and development. There is no doubt the integration of ICT in education can enhance teaching and learning and transform performance of students if the necessary attention is given and intervention is made. Connect for Change Education Ghana Alliance has proven beyond reasonable doubt that it is possible to use ICT in education to enhance school administration, make better teaching and learning, as well as positively transform performance of students, thus churning out the right human capital for the socio-economic well-being of the nation.
I give thanks to our teachers who have been teaching us. Oh, may God bless them for teaching us or helping us. And to those who sponsors us with the computers.
As for the thanks, it's only God who knows what He will do for them. The packet that is bringing out all these things, God should multiply that packet so that more will come from that packet and more good things will happen in our school.
So I'll use this platform to thank the donors very well for they being able to bring these things to our doorsteps to help in improvement of education. And I think this will go a long way, not in our school alone, the whole community and Ghana as large, because they will be changing the BECs, the WASIs and everything. And I'll use this medium to plead to the government that if he can stretch more of this to other villages who are not benefiting, because I think with the incorporation of ICT education, Ghana will have one of the best education.
There has been increased interest in the students. Our lab is serving about 5 schools that are not part of this project. Each day they come here for practice after school. Some they walk as far as 20-30 kilometers just to practice at Wadep. And also we are offering internet services to the public. And it will interest you to know that in the whole district, Wadep has the only cafe connected to the internet, providing reliable information to those who need it.
You see, we have an ICT in education policy. But the thing is that, is this policy being implemented, and to what extent has it been implemented? And can the activities of Connect for Change, which we are implementing, be put side by side with what is in the ICT in education policy, and to see what lessons can be learned from our mode of implementation? In fact, before we went to the schools, it was, if it's ICT, then look for the ICT master. If the school was lucky to have an ICT master. But we told them that no, we were not focusing on ICT masters. We were focusing on teachers. And so, whether you were a French teacher, a Dagbani teacher, an English teacher, whatever teacher you are our target. So we didn't go to focus on ICT teacher, and so that further demystified the mysteries around technology.
We have so many schools, and they can't cover all the schools. They have taken a number of schools, and we have seen the benefits. The children themselves have seen the benefits. But if it is just terminated all of a sudden, or they stop, no, it might be a blow to us. So we think that for this project to be sustained, I believe that if government is able to support Savannah signatures, they have the requisite knowledge, they have the personnel, and they will be able to support us to continue.